This is meteorologist Todd Shea with the La Crosse National Weather Service with a quick video update for the severe weather risk, June 22nd, 2016. We are currently looking at two possible areas of severe weather today. The first, where storms could initiate later this afternoon into the evening hours over far eastern Iowa and far southern Wisconsin, and then quickly move off to the southeast. And then another area looking back to the northwest, where we could see thunderstorm development in parts of central Minnesota, and then those would drift southeast into the region going into the late afternoon and evening hours. So our confidence in the overall severe weather threat today, not the highest, but there is a setup for either. The areas in the far southern Wisconsin and eastern Iowa could develop into what we would call supercells, intense thunderstorms that could produce tornado activity, large hail, or damaging wind. And again, if those storms do form, they will quickly move off to the south and east going into this evening. And then looking back to the northwest, storms that could initiate over central Minnesota could move into the region late in the afternoon and into the evening. Those have a hail and strong wind threat. As far as what the radars could look like this afternoon, again, this is highly variable and just one computer model's idea. But as we go mid-afternoon, we kind of have these two separate areas of severe weather risk, one being back to the northwest in parts of central Minnesota, and the other down to the south in eastern Iowa and southern Wisconsin. Early evening, you see the development for both of these areas. But as we go into the mid or later evening, the storms off to our south and east will probably be the strongest, and there could be a lingering severe weather risk closer to our area, fading as we go into the overnight hours. The Storm Prediction Center's outlooks look like this, with the highest risk mainly to the south and east of the area, but this slight risk area, which is a level 2 out of 5, it did get extended a little bit back to the northwest with the idea that a few storms could develop in central Minnesota and then migrate to the southeast. If we look at the individual severe weather probabilities, the tornado risk looks highest where those supercell storms could form this afternoon across far southern Wisconsin or eastern Iowa. There is a damaging wind threat as those storms mature and develop a possible squall line going into tonight, which would transverse all the way into the Ohio Valley, and then a hail risk from mainly the storms that initiate in far southern Wisconsin and eastern Iowa. As far as the overall risks of different types of severe weather, again, confidence not being the highest of exactly where or how intense things might be. Tornado damaging wind threat, there is some, but not overly high, at least in our area. And then the large hail threat is the highest. As far as looking ahead in time, quiet weather is expected Thursday and Friday. There is a severe weather risk possible over the upper Midwest on Saturday and Saturday night. Still several days away from that, but just a heads up going into this weekend. So again, in summary, lots of uncertainty with this severe weather threat. If storms do form in far southern Wisconsin and eastern Iowa, about all different types of severe weather is possible, but they will move off to the southeast pretty quickly. If storms form back to the northwest going into this evening, a little bit of uncertainty on what exactly will happen there, but there is a risk. We could have the need for a few storm spotter groups around today, and what we would ask is people just keep an eye on the radar and check later forecasts if watches or warnings are issued.